Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to run through expectations, policies, and procedures, basically how the class is going to work this year. Okay, so very important. Every day when you're distance learning, in other words, when you're not in school, you need to sign in. You're going to sign in this link that's always going to be at the top of Google Classroom. All right. When you sign in, you're going to put, these are the questions it's going to ask you: first name, last name, and then you're going to tell me what you're doing with the day. Okay. So, for example, sixth period is from 1:10 to 2:10. So if you have me sixth period, just an example, if you don't, like for example, first period is from about 7:30 to 8:30. So you're going to sign in if you have me sixth period at 1:10, a little before or a little after is okay. If you have me first period, you would sign in around 7:30. All right, so I take attendance when you're distance learning based on this form. Very important. If you don't sign in, you will be marked absent. What I'll usually do if you're not signed in within a few minutes, I'll send you an email reminder. Very important that you have your email open, your school email, the one that's cttech.org, and that you're regularly checking it. Okay, supplies. You need a binder. No notebooks. No spirals. Okay? So I give you a lot of handouts, and I want the handouts to stay in the binder. They'll be hole punched for you. When you're working from home, there'll be handouts posted that if you have a printer, I would like you to print off. Okay, so inside the binder, you need 3 dividers. You're going to name them warm-up, notes, classwork, and homework. Okay, classwork and homework are pretty much the same thing for me. Every day you should have lots of pencils with you. No pens. Okay. And of course your Chromebook every day charged. So that's really it as far as supplies. In terms of a calculator, you can use whatever handheld calculator you have. If you have your calculator from last year, that's fine. If you have a more advanced calculator that you like to use, that's also fine. You have a calculator in the built into the Chromebook. There's the Google calculator, all sorts of resources. So it's not necessary to buy a calculator if you don't have one. Okay, rules and expectations of my classroom. Number 1, when you're in school, get here on time. So every quarter you get 1 free tardy. So the first time you're late, I'm not going to ask you why. Every additional time beyond that, I'm going to ask you, do you have a pass? Were you in guidance? Were you with an administrator? Okay, so if you accumulate the second tardy, third, fourth, whatever, each tardy beyond the first one becomes a detention. Okay, get here on time. Number 2, honesty. Very important since we're doing so much distance learning. My tolerance for dishonesty is quite low. If I suspect anything, I just refer it to administration. Okay? Very important. Need to be honest. Number 3, no food in my classroom. You can drink water, make sure it's in a clear bottle, but no food. Number 4, come prepared. We just talked about the supplies that you need. Number 5, be kind. Lack of respect will not be tolerated. I will be respectful toward you. Please be respectful toward myself as well as your classmates. You guys know all this stuff. 6, raise your hand to speak. Only one person speaking at a time. Okay? 7, keep the language appropriate. Number 8, don't wander off to any websites you're not supposed to be on. Sometimes you'll have your Chromebook out, sometimes you won't. When you have the Chromebook out, you will know which site to be on. Most of the sites you want to be on anyway are probably blocked, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't wander off to play a video game when you have classwork to do. Number 9, really important. This is a pet peeve of mine, ending the period. A lot of people look at their watch. They see there's like 3 minutes left in the period. Oops, it's time to pack up. It's time to line up at the door. No, that does not happen in my room. We do not pack up before the bell. We don't line up at the door. Okay, number 10, the phones. To start the year, they're not going to be out. I'm going to keep a no phones policy. That may change eventually, but we'll see how things go. That's completely my call. All right. And of course, number 11, wear that mask at all times. No one likes wearing it, but we have to. Okay. So, assignments and assessments. Everything I give you will be posted on Classroom, okay? When you do assignments and assessments, you'll see your grade immediately because they're on Alex, all right? Alex will, after on an assignment, it will give you a green or red. If it's green, it's correct. If it's red, it's wrong. On a test or quiz, it will tell you your score at the end, okay? We talked about academic honesty. I should say, I'm well aware of all the cheat apps that are out there and, having someone else do your work for you. But that's not helping you because when it comes time for the test or quiz, you're not going to know what you're doing if someone's doing it for you or if you're using some sort of cheat app. So, again, I hate to say it, but I have to. Do your own work. Makeup work and extensions. So, this is usually on a case-by-case basis. Meaning, if you normally turn in things on time, but something comes up and you need an extra day, that's fine. As long as I don't see you abusing extensions, I'm more than willing to work with you. But there has to be limits. If you're constantly turning in things late and emailing me, can I have extension on this, and that doesn't work, okay? We're going to stick to due dates for the most part, but I understand that things do come up. Okay, so an example of an assignment, how you would see it posted on Classroom. So this is from one of my other classes, one of my sophomore classes. So the post says, download the notes. If you've got access to a printer, please print them. So the notes are that right there. It's a Microsoft Word file. If you have a printer at home, you can print it out. It has the examples in there that I want you to go over, any vocabulary, any lists of steps, etc. Okay? And then you'll have a video as well most of the time, right? So if you don't have a printer at home, that's fine. You should just use some lined paper. So your note should go on a piece of paper that will be put into the note section of your binder. Again, you need those three sections, which are warm-ups, notes, homework, and classwork. Okay? So if you don't have a printer, just take some lined paper and copy what you're seeing on the screen. Okay? And obviously do it along with me. All right? As you know by now, we're not going to do Google Meets, at least not at first. When you're at home, you're going to have the video to watch and notes to take. Okay? No, you're not expected to do this all on your own, but you should be using the notes to help you with the assignment. All right? So you're going to download the notes. You're going to put the notes in the note section of your binder. Then you're going to watch the video carefully and take notes. So if you printed out the notes, they're not completely filled out. There's examples in there that are blank, and you'll see how to do them in the video. Okay. Then number 3, you're going to sign into your ALEKS account. And you're going to complete the assignment, and I'll tell you what the name of the assignment is. For this one, it would have been Solving Multi-Step Equations Part 1, but we're not there yet. So every day I'm going to have notes for you to download, a video for you to watch, and then an assignment on ALEKS, and of course I'll tell you the name of it in the post. Okay. So we talked about your routine, your daily routine when you're distance learning, when you're not in school. Okay. Always check Classroom. I post on Classroom a lot. If you've got a smartphone, have the app on there. That way you just get notifications with my posts. When you check Classroom, sign in. Okay. I can't overemphasize how important that is. You don't want to be marked absent. Okay. Then we said watch the video, take notes, right? So getting help. You got a couple options. Email me. Okay, there's a link to my email right on Classroom. Send me an email about when you would like to meet. We can set up a Google Meet, okay, where we can go over any questions that you're having a hard time with. Okay, so that's option A. Option B, after school, which is 2:10 to 3 o'clock. Okay, even if you're distance learning, you can still come after school. You would just need to check in with someone in the front, tell them that you're here to see me, and then you can come back to my room and we can go over what you need to go over. Okay, and that's it.